first half, you were pretty dominant on the draw against Michaela Ricks, but then they switched it up with Kara Magley. What was hard about winning the draw against her? Like, what was the difference in the second half, do you think?
Just different styles. I mean, Michaela Ricks pulled it, and the other girl pushed it. Just different draw, different game.
And you kept going back to the sidelines, switching sticks. Was that giving you the result you were looking for? Like, what kind of?
It did the first couple times. Just trying out different sticks, seeing what's going to work, what's not.
Defensively, Coach Gait, you put Kathy Rudkin and Brenna Ranone on Michaela Ricks at the end of the game. What was the game plan there? With in respect to trying to shut her off.
Oh, at the very end of the game, we went back to her. With 5 minutes left, we went back to her backer, trying to get some pressure out there. And last couple minutes, we went into more of a.
It's we were just trying to get the ball back, and you didn't want them to score another easy one. So.
In retrospect, do you feel like you maybe could have put a pressure defense a little bit earlier?
We certainly talked about it. But at the time we're tie game. We were debating. Did we get one stop? All we need is one stop. We go down the other end, we score, and then we're in their situation. So, it reminded me a lot of a basketball game, to be honest. Coming down to the last couple plays, and who has possession, they finish. Now we're playing catch up, and we get one back. We can't quite get the ball again, and time runs out. And it reminded me a lot of a basketball finish.
So, Kathy, how tough was it to guard Michaela Ricks?
Well, she's a great player. She's very quick and very shifty. So obviously, as a defender, you have to have a lot of respect for her. So, you just got to do your best and work as hard as you can against her. But she's a very good player.
Mm-hmm. And Coach, again, you guys took Kayla and Mallory and switched them on the bottom. At least I noticed it on one possession. Was there anything going with that, or was it just a switch from the back of the matchup?
I switched from backer to a matchup, and we got. Like I said, we got to figure out our identity. We got to get a little bit better, lacrosse IQ, get a little bit smarter, and understand the game a little bit more on both ends. And I think, the great thing is they don't hand out trophies in February. That's for sure. So, and we have incredible schedule to go out and get better.
And Coach, with BC winning the majority of the draws in the second half, were you considering trying to do anything different on the draw?
We were, but Kay's been on fire, and you just need her to get a couple hot, get a couple in a row, and then she's off and running. So we went with her, and it was more off the lines, the scrums where we weren't picking up the ground balls, and we want our players to compete, and we want to get after it. But when you're out there, you got to make plays. That's they're out there, they're playing. They can.
And Kayla, I know we talked yesterday, and you said at the end of the game, if it comes down to one draw, there's a good chance that you would go for a self-draw. Were you trying to go for a self-draw in the last draw?
No, it's a different stick than I'm used to going against, and so I was just trying to get out of the middle of the circle. She's a lot taller than me, so tried that.
Yeah. Was it tough in those one-on-one battles when the ball would pop straight up in the air and you'd have to jump?
Yeah, height advantage for her, so definitely trying to get on the ground.
For Mallory down low, they usually cover behind the net. How tough was it playing down low today?
We were doing a couple different things. Covey is obviously a really good player, and we were in and out of a shutoff on her. I think if we were just a little more patient, we could have taken care of business a little bit better, but granted, she's very good, so.
And for Kathy or Mallory, when they were, they seem to be just slinging, lob passes from the back to the front on a few possessions. How frustrating was that?
That's the end of the game when the team's trying to stall and just spread out the field and pass around is probably, the hardest to play, last minute. You need the ball back and you're busting your butt. So, yeah, definitely frustrating, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. For Coach Gait, I know that recently, if you're on Brenna Act, you had called for a shot clock. Is that even heightened after today?
I think everybody knows my opinion on that, and so I would love to see it, but that's just me. I'm just one person.
And with Kayla Trainer being held off the stat sheet tonight, What did you think of her play? Did you think it was just BC face guard?
It was a face guard. I think she had some opportunities, and we'll talk a little bit. And she needs to learn and grow from this. I think if people watch this film, she'll be face guarded all the time, and she usually does pretty well against a face guard. And I think she just got frustrated and kind of took her out of the game a little bit.
Yeah. And at some points in the game, she would come over to the sideline, and you'd be saying things to her. Were you just trying to get her to calm down, or what were you telling her?
I was trying to get her the ball and wanted to do a couple things to try and get it. I love to have the ball in her stick. She typically makes great things happen, and they'll slide and double, people get open.
Mm-hmm. And on the goal that Taylor Poplawski scored, was that a drawn-up play? Like she had the ball all by herself on the left side, and you had Hallie Majorana cut to the right, so it was pretty much like an ISO.
It was an invert, a midfield invert, yeah.
And on the Riley Donahue goal, that I don't know what the refs were debating. What happened there? What were they
Ball
talking?
went in.
Well,
They said it was a held flag. I thought she got fouled on the shot, which would give you possession. It sure looked like she was getting pushed from behind while she was shooting, and the refs saw it a different way. So this is the way it goes.
For Kathy and Mallory, how difficult is it to stay focused when a team? Because we talked about BC holding the ball at the end of the game. But really, their whole strategy was holding the ball, and then all of a sudden 0 to 60. Maybe in one movement. How hard was it to stay focused on defense when they play like that?
I know we were doing something a little different today, and I thought it gave them more time to hold on to the ball, which wasn't really a problem until the end, obviously. But I think we did a pretty good job of supporting each other and having help. Obviously didn't win at the end, but I think we had a good game plan and it worked for the most part until we lost.